I feel like there's singers and then there's people, Christian church will call it anointed. I feel like there's people who you like their music, you like their voice, and then there's people whose voice alone, like, goes into your soul.
You don't know what I'm singing?
No. I'm thinking of something else.
I was about to say, Ray. I was about to just kick you out, Ray.
No. I was thinking of something else. I was about to say that I don't think I really got into R&B till like last year. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know if it's
Can we still kick him out? I mean, everybody can't be doing this same demon thing. It's not that exciting.
I mean, it is.
It's not that exciting. Like, why is everybody, what's his name? Nas X was getting joked down by the devil.
Yeah. Don't give you stars. You can give you stars to worship. There are girls that, let's not make a gender specific.
Okay, let's get into it. No, let's get into it. Fine. Let's get into it. I'm gonna defend the astrology.
Oh yeah,
the astrology loving.
There are people that are literally using these signs
to dictate their lives.
And my life too. I said I'm a Leo, and they've told me that's by the way you are. I said what?
Well, Leos are stubborn as too, so that's. I was joking.
You're like,
I said what?
These people are crazy because I'm not even a Leo.
Because me, I was hoping by God's grace
she would figure out that you're not a Leo.
What I'm saying?
What slow jams remind you of your ex? That must have been you, bro.
Slow jams remind me of my ex.
You are now listening to the BlackerTheBerry, the sweeter the juice.
Let's record, I mean.
What was that? Your name now. You just say your name. Why you have to try? So DX, and then you say I'm sure.
This thing, you're like, you want the best of three worlds. Like
you're scaring me. Now I understand why the girls are running away. Because all this time I've been thinking girls are crazy. Now it makes sense. Keisha.
Since the beginning when we were doing it at, what is it called?
Sadly.
Fox and Fiddle. There's been the salsa dancers that come and vibe. They used to come every Wednesday. And they still rock with us, so that's pretty dope.
Shout out Soul Supreme, man.
Shout out Soul Supreme.
When are we doing?
I have another idea, actually.
Yeah?
I have another idea. I haven't told you yet, but...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
They might have to come before the Soul Supreme vibes. Sorry, before the... before the vibes.
Is it like a night you're doing, or... Huh? Is it like a night, or what do you... Is it like a specific event, or what?
Well, it's supposed to be a secret.
Okay.
You know that I don't know if did I send it to you?
I should say. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Did I send the RnB thing, or did you comment on my story? Which one was it?
You sent it to me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to book a flight so I could go.
Bruh.
Because I'm like, that and R&B only, I need to get to one of those events. Bro.
See, all I'm saying is that it could be done. It could be replicated, not here, but in Canada.
In Canada.
I was...
I when you sent me that, I actually felt depressed a little bit. I was like,
"Oh, welcome to my world every day."
Because
it's annoying because see what I like about that, right? Well, what makes that work is because all the DJs, firstly, their discography, I mean, their catalog, their like whatever you want to call it, their library is so dense. They love music. To the level where they understand music so deep that they're always looking, even in that old group of music, they're still looking for new stuff, new discoveries in that old music as well as the new stuff. And then they also understand where the music fits as well. That's Oh my god.
What was it? What was it?
What?
The party.
R&B. So it's these guys, Chucky online, Taser Black. Taser Black is a promoter. Both podcasters. Chucky's a DJ. throws his own events. They both like R&B. They was like, let's throw an R&B event. This was like COVID period, and then it started very, very tiny.
It looks huge.
Oh no! It started very, very tiny, like essentially Soul Supreme where it is right now, and then just because of, again, I think it was also because of who they are and what they do, and just the benefit of what they were doing outside of events.
They could bring their audience.
was growing up, right? They were now attracting. Their voices were able to like say, this is what we're doing. And because R&B is something that connects with the soul, like it's so powerful, it connects with the soul, that when they said, okay, cool, we're doing the R&B event, and then they did their first couple. This was, so lockdown period, they did their first couple. It was only like 200-300. It wasn't like a crazy amount, but their thing was that if you don't like R&B, do not come for the vibes. You actually have to love R&B. Again, London is a big, in terms of like population, is a big place. Yeah. Also because of culture, there's a lot of variety, and also the type of people out there. And
there's so many heavy hitters within the R&B genre.
Exactly. So R&B there is a banger. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, it started off with that just being very, 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 very niched and like narrowed down, like only if you like it, only people that we know kind of thing. And then obviously the people that are coming out first, who is the girls, not just any girls, the pretty girls, the buff girl. Do you get what I'm saying? And what does that do? That attracts men. But again, they stress, if you do not like R&B, do not come. So now it just became a thing.
Unless you like pretty girls, then you can pull up.
But no, that's the thing. You still can't come because they don't want it to be like people are there and not enjoying.
Yeah.
You're here trying to talk to the babes when she's trying to enjoy, Keisha Cole right now. You know what I'm saying? So because they created this atmosphere, and with girls, when girls are around girls, they're so free. They sing along. It gives this vibe. So that sets the tone. As it continues to grow, there's now this sing along culture. Sing along is contagious. Sing along also releases any insecurity you have. Just generally, when you're seeing people shouting, you naturally feel like you need to open up as well. People singing along. You see people in cohesion. As human instinct, you want to join in. All this kind of stuff, right? Just growing. And yeah, now it's where it is, man. It's crazy because I'm looking at that. I'm like, I want to go, but I'm like, Keisha's there. Let me plant some seeds.
What?
Let me plant some seeds and see what we can do. We need to discuss anyway.
Inspiration.
We need to discuss.
I need to go for some inspo. Like,
no, what? See, okay. Back to what makes it work. The DJs, right? So they have a big library. They also, the DJs that perform there, because so it's one of the DJs, Chucky and Taser, are the ones that run that event. The choices of their DJs are pretty set in stone. So it's pretty much like a community or a group of guys or a group of people that sort this event out. The DJs within themselves understand and can read the room. Again, they read the room. So I feel like when someone's playing a song, that DJ, like, they take it as like it's their work of art. Someone's playing a song, they're looking at their thing and they're like, you know what, I'm not gonna play the song again. Or if I'm gonna play it, I have to play it in a different way, in a different mix. They're also really good DJs as well, so they're mixing songs. They're making it sound different, regardless. They're also testing things out. So let's say like the beginning of the night would be kind of slow. As the night builds, they know that whoever's on or whoever's coming on, play songs that everyone's going to sing along to. Occasionally drop some gems that no one would know. Everyone goes crazy. Towards the end of the night, you switch to really slow jams, like jams that people would have heard ages ago, and it's like reminiscent, and it's just bringing back nostalgia. And then, like, they are meticulous. They understand their art. That's why it works.
It It also, they have the people that know the culture.
Yeah, but I feel like
They have like
I feel like people here know the culture. It's just the people that are in charge of the vibes do not understand their job.
Well, I don't think that's the truth for everybody. There's DJs here that know.
Oh yeah, I'm saying this is very general. This is a very general statement. I'm not saying, I'm not giving it to everyone. I'm just making a massive generalization.
Okay, yeah, because there's DJs here that definitely know what they're doing and know how to read a vibe and do their homework in terms of music. But I feel like Winnipeg is such a conservative city.
Yeah.
Where even when they're like, when have you been to a show where you see, that's not a big artist, where you see people just like lose their inhibition and like sing along? It's not really, people will do it, but it's not to the same degree that you see at like a random bar in another city, where I feel like people are more, you kind of have to, like Winnipeg, we're trying to encourage participation almost, you know what I mean? People don't have that same, it's almost like they feel like they need permission to let loose. And yet we're like trying to, there's a bunch of people I feel who say the same thing, and I feel like it's like we're collectively trying to foster an environment where people are less conservative. Honestly, because that's the one thing I notice whenever you see people's videos, Caruza in Toronto, like all of these events. What I notice that's different is the community is so engaged, like they're so open, and I don't find that we have that same freedom in the community here.
You do.
Yeah, I feel like So Supreme is one of the places that I see that the most, and I honestly take it. I don't say it. Let me not say I take it for granted, but when I go to other places, I'm like, damn, that's actually a privilege. Like, I'm grateful that people feel that they can come, pull up, and like let loose and sing along with the singer or sing along with the DJ, or
I don't know. Firstly, I think again it's because I think one of the reasons is because it's well thought out. It's consumer centric. Like whoever's in charge knows this is for the benefit of the consumer. Whereas a lot of places don't have that.
Community. The community.
Exactly, a lot of places don't have that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, we need to talk because I can't be paying $1,000 just to go and enjoy a vibe. I need to enjoy it.
No, we need to go and pay $1,000.
No, yeah. I mean, obviously. That is a plan, but we also need to make our home, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming R&B is your favorite genre of music.
Oh, for sure.
Who are your favorite your favorite R&B artists, like old school, quote unquote, and then like new school, like the newer R&B artists and then R&B? If you can name a few.
That's such a hard question.
I feel like you have a lot. You probably have a lot.
Old school? I mean, I grew up listening to like Whitney Houston, Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu. That's what my mom played in the crib. Deborah Cox, Sade, Tina Turner. Yes.
My goat.
I listen my a lot of like CeCe Winans, Yolanda Adams, like a lot of Christian R&B as well. New school, D'Angelo, like Keith Sweat, all of them. Oh, you said favorites. I'm naming everybody. Favorites definitely like Whitney Houston, Lauryn Hill, Sade, Erykah Badu. Those, I would say, those are my go-tos. Even now, I listen to them. Brandy. Oh my god, I forgot. How could I? Brandy. Now it's like, love me some Jasmine Sullivan. She's ridiculous. She's not even a singer. She's like a
angel. God.
You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah, we know what you mean.
Jasmine Sullivan. Who else is dope? I love Jhené Aiko.
Yeah, she's solid.
So
she's solid.
She's super dope. Summer Walker, of course.
Yeah.
There's so many dope artists. Friday just dropped an album. I don't know if you guys have listened to Friday before.
I don't think I have.
I was tempted to. I've seen a lot of promo being pushed my way.
I have been running that album up since it dropped a couple weeks ago.
What do you think of Miguel?
Good. He is that type of voice. Like, I feel like there's singers and then there's people the Christian church will call it anointed. I feel like that's a real thing. Like, there's people who you like their music, you like their voice, and then there's people whose voice alone, like, goes into your soul. I feel like Friday is a person like that. Outside of RnB, I feel like Burna Boy is a person like that.
What?
Jasmine Sullivan is a person like that. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, Friday's voice is ridiculous.
Amy Winehouse is one as well.
Amy Winehouse, yeah, and his writing ability is wild too.
He Friday?
Friday, yeah.
I'll check him out.
So good.
I'll check him out.
I think the album is just called Friday, but it's so good.
I just saw...
Never heard of it, actually.
I saw him. I saw his name. I didn't realize it was R&B. He just looked very rappy. So I said, I'm not going to
it's
pay
so
attention.
Good.
But
yeah. It's like... he definitely does like an alt R&B vibe.
Yeah.
You know, has a, an Afrobeat vibe on there. Has some...
Yeah?
dancehall vibes on there.
What guy?
And stuff, but yeah, he's dope. Super good.
Guy. I don't know, Friday. As I said, he looked...
Two Eyes?
Two Eyes.
He does look rappy. I just looked at his...
Because I saw it all over my Instagram. That's the thing.
I think he's from Philly.
Huh?
I think he's from Philly.
Oh, yeah? Oh, is that why?
Yeah, probably.
Born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days.
I'm super with you. Yeah.
Chilling out, relaxing, relax.
Stop it.
Call us off. Well, you don't know what I'm singing?
No. I'm thinking of something else.
I was about to say, bro. I was about to just kick you out, bro.
Nah. I was thinking of something else. I was about to say that. I don't think I really got into R&B till like last year. Low key. And I don't know what the reason is. I don't know if it's because I've been around this
Can we
guy.
still kick him out?
What? I know, right? Stop. Like, seriously. I don't know, man. It just...
His life changed when he met me.
I'm clutching my pearls.
But now it's like, this is all I listen to. It's kind of
you.
crazy. Yeah, it's like all I listen to now, so... The 360 is crazy.
Who got you into it? Like, what artist? What did you listen to before, and what artist brought you to the right side?
That's a fabulous question. Honestly...
The right and best side.
You know what I mean?
I do agree with that, though. There's nothing like R&B, man.
Converted.
But I don't even know.
Hallelujah.
I think I was listening to a lot more like rap before.
Who?
Don't be shy.
No, it's not even about being shy. I listen to a lot of like underground artists that you probably would have never heard of, and then just like...
What was that one
Travis.
John was talking about? Big Chef? Uncle Chef?
Oh, Chef G?
Oh my god.
Big Chef.
Imagine. What kind of name is
Chef
that?
G. Yeah, I was listening to a lot of like either like underground rap or just like mainstream like rap, like Drake, like a lot of like big names kind of thing. And then I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what artist. There's one artist in particular that I always talk about that Docs knows.
The whole podcast knows at this point.
Brent Fayez.
Oh my god.
Like I actually love his music. But aside from that, like I can't say
that tracks.
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe it was him actually, low key. I don't know.
Well,
Like Sonder or Brent Fayez?
Both. I know like every song, like all the lyrics. Like I'm a diehard, yeah.
Brent Fayez is dope.
Yeah, so him, but like now I listen to like everything, like old school artists, new school artists, all the artists you named I listen to now, kind of thing. Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu, Sade, Keisha Cole,
words.
all of them. The new
Oh my gosh,
artists.
is Keisha Cole old school?
Older.
What do you mean?
Brandy.
I guess she
She looks like she hasn't aged. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. Like she looks like a vampire.
She's like mid 2000s. She's 2000s.
Nah, yeah, 2000s.
She's early 2000s.
That's Nelly.
It's old.
It's not old.
Nelly, damn.
It's not old, but she's not current.
Yeah,
she's
definitely
definitely
not current. Yeah,
Like her looks are current, but I haven't seen her release any tracks recently.
yeah.
No man. R&B, is it dead? Alright guys, quick interruption. Make sure you go check out the audio as well. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to the audio. Make sure you follow us there and also rate. So 5 stars, please, 5 stars. That will help us actually get to be seen more. And also share it with your friends, family, whoever as well. But yeah, back to the show, guys.
Now?
Yeah. A lot of people are saying...
It is. It is, right? A lot of people are saying it is.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying
people?
it. Like other musicians, I don't know. I've seen it. I just can't remember who exactly is saying it.
I know, yeah, and I know it.
It's just chatter. It's just noise. R&B ain't dead. Like
no,
it can't be dead.
It was either Tank.
Can't be.
We're refusing to believe.
I think it was Tank.
No, it's
either it was Tank or someone else that was.
No, Tank came to the Tank was like, y'all are ridiculous.
What are you about to say?
sorry.
Defend Tank, bro.
Let me dial back. I'm passionate.
Comfort yourself right now, because this is my guy.
My bad.
This is my guy right now.
Oh, I still want to hear what you have to say. What are you gonna say?
You said Tank said that R&B's dead?
Yeah, and you were gonna say.
No, he didn't say like definitively. He's just saying it's dead. Like it feels dead. It feels like no one is putting effort into this. Like no one is like. It feels like it's irrelevant now. Essentially, like it's a dead popular genre.
I could be wrong. A dead popular genre with my heart. I could be wrong, but I feel like I saw Tanks talking about how it can't be dead, because if you're dead, if you think it's dead, you're not looking for.
No, that's exactly what he means. That
R&B. Like there's so many artists out here that are doing their thing. There's so many fire artists, even like October London. Like there's so many people that are even embodying. October London is kind of like, his style is sort of like Marvin Gaye. He just made an album that is
now you choose to tell me.
He just made an album. He just put out an album that's an
ode
to Marvin Gaye.
It's today you choose to tell me.
Oh, my bad. But there's so many artists doing their thing that like, I know what people mean when they're saying like that Cry in the Rain R&B is seldom. You know what I mean?
Oh, I immediately thought of Tank. What you said.
You know, and the people that can really sing down and like, you know,
the passion,
the anointed voices.
Yeah, where they at?
Well, there's no bridges in music anymore. The songs are 2 minutes, and there's a lot of fast music, but it's still out there. There's so many people that I listen to that are like, you know, touch the soul still.
Like.
October London, Rum Gold, is that his name? Rum Gold is fire. If that's his name, can you look that up for me?
You know, this is funny because I share a lot of music with Keisha.
Victoria Monet is fire.
And today,
Samote is dope.
It's the only day I'm hearing all these new names.
I still have your playlist coming.
He's my G.
Who else?
Actually, I got onto
Rum Gold is fire.
I got onto Victoria Monet recently. Actually,
Victoria Monet, she's doing her thing.
Like last month, I was shocked. She's bringing back, you know that old school like video where performance.
The album is,
performance
video is super dope.
Even live performance, she's bringing it back.
Yeah, she's a writer first. I'm really enjoying the people that are writers and transitioning to being artists. Like even Money Long. What's her real name?
Oh God,
I can't remember right now, but
beautiful. That I
remember. She's a writer first.
When was the first time you heard Hours and Hours? Picture, give us the imagery.
I don't remember.
Really?
I don't remember, but when I heard it, I was like, finally.
Literally, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I felt. It was COVID. I'm pretty sure it was COVID. I was scrolling through TikTok, and then I was hearing what I said. I need to find the song. And when I looked for it, I listened to the whole song 5 times. Cause I'm like, where have you been all my life?
Yeah, that song really took over. I honestly feel like I heard it as a background in someone's reel or something, and I was like, "What is that?"
That's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't avoid it. Like, as soon as my ears pricked up, my heart started racing, my cheeks got pink. They say. Nah, the song, it felt like my heart was crying, to be very honest. That's how beautiful the song was.
No, that was a moment. That was a moment.
Because the voice was...
The writing...
Oh my God.
It's perfect. It's a perfect song.
God.
Melodies.
So descriptive. Like, I felt like I was there.
Yeah.
Talking about birthday cake. I said... Talking about tower. Talking about lobster.
Shrimp and lobster.
I said what? Yeah.
But it's her that gets devoured. I said...
Okay. No, man. I think another one that got me was Coco Jones.
Oh yeah, Coco.
Yeah.
I see
my
you.
God. I see you.
Yeah, she's Coco
I
Jones
see
is fire.
you. Oh. In fact,
honestly, I haven't listened to it that much.
I knew. I can see you was lost. I'm gonna play
song too. She's really good. Alex Isley is another one who's like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Alex Isley, but she's an incredible singer. She just opens her mouth and man, she just touches your soul. She's another one of those artists. Lucky Day. He's fire.
So
who's your favorite R&B artist?
My favorite, I can't even answer that.
Come and see intro. Come and see intro.
I need to go to the bathroom.
But yeah, that's I see you, bro.
Is that your first time?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you know just simple keys? When was the last time you heard simple keys? Like speaking to your soul from the start. Like even
Leon
the intro
Thomas.
too. Another Disney star that came out alive.
Leon Thomas.
C voice.
What was it? What was the song called?
Guitar as well. Let me find it.
I sang it too. I did a cover of it. I can't remember anything right now.
Is it Genesis?
No.
Crash and Burn?
No.
Electric Dusk?
No.
Shit. Breaking Point.
Breaking Point.
It has to be Breaking Point.
Breaking Point.
Breaking Point was...
Oh my God. That song, when I heard that song,
Voice of Honey.
that had me
Milk and Honey.
in a chokehold for like,
with,
I told everybody.
Sugar.
You can always kind of tell the ones that like those like stars that actually had it, you know?
The talents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just like sang along, but like they actually could sing, you know?
He was unbelievable. Even in, what they call it? What show was he in? Victorious?
Yeah.
Uncle just picks up a guitar, just utters glory.
Yeah, he seems like that. I don't know of him from there, but I know I've seen him on Issa Rae's. What is it called? He wasn't doing music though. Insecure. I don't know. I don't remember what anything is called right now. Insecure. Shout out to Issa Rae. That show is fire. But yeah. I saw he was an act. I know he's an actor, and I saw him acting before. I was actually surprised when I saw that he was a singer.
He's got every people that just touch things and just turns into gold.
Yeah, he's one of those.
They're really living the Psalms, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Nah, his voice is ridiculous. I saw him on the Terrell show.
Yeah.
I said what?
The Terrell show. Terrell is doing the Lord's work.
Oh yeah,
He's doing the Lord's work because there's so many people. He had Peter Collins on there. You know, I can honestly say I've never cried listening. Well, I've never cried like listening to an artist live before. You know, you're touched and everything, but Peter Collins came on that show, and I was like. Literally in my living room, big tears dripping down my face as I listened to this man sing. He's another one whose voice is just ridiculous. He is so incredible. Him. Who else has Terrell had on there? I think
he had that young girl that just won a Grammy.
The jazz singer.
Oh my god.
She's like an ancestor reincarnated or something. She's
unbelievable.
She's unbelievable. Samara.
Jesus Christ. Unbelievable.
She's ridiculous, yeah.
The voice, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a well.
Yeah.
Full of
that's
everything.
actually really good. That's a really good
it starts
analogy.
It's not deep, but it just has this kind of this like a well, just has like it can carry everything. She went all the way from down there.
She sounds like she's from the Nina Simone era.
Bruh.
And then have you ever seen her dad? Her and her dad sing. Her dad is like, I don't know.
Nah, bro. Nah, see, I think you need to hit because there are a couple of
Donnie
She went viral. What's her name? Samir. That's Russia. Bro, crazy. Samara Joy. God. See voice, bro. What did she sing again? Was it Amazing Grace?
Yeah, she has more of a jazz style, and her dad sounds like he's straight out of the church, and he has an incredible voice too. So I think they have a couple of songs together.
Jesus is mine.
She's like 22 or something like that.
What a foretaste of glory divine.
Soft.
But she should be singing with Ella Fitzgerald.
See, well,
Yeah.
well, bro. Like the thing is like you know there's some singers where like the things you're not expecting that'll hit you is all the high notes.
Yeah.
When a low note hits you, like it trips you up, brother. Nah, her voice does not match like her appearance.
You don't expect that.
You don't at all. Beautiful voice, and it's not a voice that you can find anywhere at all. It's an ancient voice.
Yeah.
That was just perfectly mummified and brought to us cleaned up.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now there's some people's voices that you lose your mind immediately, bro. This Angel you see right here, she's another one.
Amen.
She's not. I said, who's this? Who is this? Nah. So your voice of milk and honey, warmed up milk and honey, with just a sprinkle of anointing oil. You know.
So who's your favorite R&B artist? Oh, there's too many?
You know, I think Usher just captured it. I think, you know what, for me,
Really?
Usher.
I thought about someone asked me the other day.
Usher?
Yeah, because I was naming names. I heard Usher. I remembered Usher. I said, wow, Usher, shit. Usher's still, he's still
a go.
Still moving wombs, bro.
You didn't say who got you into R&B. Who's the artist?
I don't know anyone.
Brett
Fayez.
Brett
Yeah,
Fayez.
you sure
Definitely one of them.
I feel like there's a story here.
I don't even know how
He's a villain era now.
Yeah, stop.
He was the closest thing you can grab.
He definitely. That's
To
why I laughed.
understand.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like there's definitely a story. You know what I'm saying?
Toxic king.
He's not toxic though. He's not toxic. He's just honest.
Yeah? No, we can even.
Stop. So, I'm a changed man. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
I've gone out of that.
Amen.
I still love his music though.
Yeah. Words.
Who else?
Low-key, I think my favorite R&B artist right now though is Jhené Aiko. I can't lie.
What song or what album are you feeling? Like what era of Jhené?
Yeah, Janae's been around, bro.
Yeah, she's been around for a while. There's this one song in particular. I don't know if you heard it. It's called Spotless Mind. Have you heard it? Yeah. That song's been on repeat.
See.
What
Miguel? Ahead. My question, Miguel. I'm sure you must have seen his
Miguel
antics.
of prior or Miguel of recent?
Miguel that's hanging.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I don't know. I can't answer. Miguel's always been a different guy, you know?
What did you think when you saw that?
He's always been Miguel is, you know, if you've been following Miguel since Miguel's been Miguel, well, since we've all known of him anyway, he's been a different guy. Like, even when you listen to his music, he's in like an alternative RnB. Not alternative RnB like Janae, but like actually alternative. Like, he's into some different
like estranged.
Not estranged.
Is it estranged?
He's in, you know, like he's into some different things and
Some demons, yeah.
and I don't know. I didn't expect that, but I'm also not completely surprised.
Yeah.
Because he's a different youth still, you know.
It's a different kind of nigga, man.
You know what I mean?
The first thing that came to mind when I saw him hanging,
Not hanging.
on his back, I was thinking, bro, which meetings have you been having with Doja Cat, bro? Yo, I was terrified. I was honestly petrified because I'm thinking to myself, what on God's green earth made you think?
What was the reason?
Exactly. You don't need attention, bro. Just release the song. No one's forcing you. Like, it's not like anyone's like, yo, we need to reinvent the way the harness carries you. No one asked for this. And I don't think anyone was like happily surprised. Everyone was probably thinking, get yourself down.
Well, he must know that no one was. I don't know what the purpose was. Shock value. If he was trying to, I don't know.
Yeah, what was the harness was actually like hooked to his skin?
Yeah,
or something like that.
He didn't have a harness. It was just the things, just the hooks.
I don't even
Clamps.
hooks in his back,
actual back,
in his skin. Yeah.
And then he like took a picture afterwards. You saw like the blood on the.
I thought when I read the caption
on
it,
his back,
it
like
was
the scars from it.
I'm thinking like, did they hook it to like the bone for good support?
No, not the bone. They
and
just
then
have to
it's
put
like
enough
to
flesh.
the skin,
Yeah,
to the flesh. Whatever it is.
it has to be enough to actually hold his whole body up.
Yeah.
Right, there has to be enough force or pressure.
There's like tribal traditions that do things like that.
They don't hang.
They don't hang, but
That's my point. They don't hang. This is straight demonic. Uncle was talking to the devil, bro. Bro, there's nothing in this. Like, yo, are you?
But even okay, if it's demonic, what are you doing? Like, what is the purpose of that? What ritual is that?
Do I know? Was I?
Yo, go ask him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You're asking me like I was there writing notes. No, see, what has the devil done as you've understood?
Everybody was just dashing holy water after that. The comments were hilarious. Like, he doesn't have one song that's necessary.
Yeah,
Bro, I didn't understand it. I really didn't understand it. I thought it was for a music video. I'm thinking, why would you stress yourself out for a whole music video? Apparently, was it a live concert?
Was it a live concert?
yeah, it was
A live concert. So
he pops out of nowhere hanging. Like, let's pierce our back and hang from the ceiling. We haven't heard from Miguel forever.
that's what I'm saying.
Hey,
And the
man,
thing is,
we're all talking about him now.
No, but Miguel's name, again, all you have to do is just release the tour dates. We will come. We don't need you hanging from your back, bro.
Well, honestly, if Miguel put out something today, I'd be like, I need to hear what you're talking about. Because after them
you want to
shenanigans,
see if he's...
I want to hear what you're talking about. So maybe
what he's going through? I don't want to hear it now.
You don't want to hear it now?
Also, I don't know who's been whispering to you. What the hell? After that, I don't want to hear his music anymore. I'm listening to old tracks, yeah. Not the new ones. After that, nah.
Speaking of like the whole Doja, you guys listen to Doja Cat?
No.
Any chance? Yes or no? No.
I'm good, love. On that one, I'm good, love.
Yeah, it's funny because you were talking about the whole like demonic thing, or whatever. Did you see that video I sent you?
Well, the one where she's doing...
Yeah, like she was wearing like in a whole like devil costume, whatever.
No, she's painted
Demonic
black. That lady's painted.
Painted black with like horns and like the red eyes,
Yeah.
the tail, whatever. So essentially, I don't know if I sent you the clip, but it
No,
kind of
you sent me one of it was a post. You sent me a post.
I've seen that one where she's like in the bath and she has an eye on the back of her head and some demon claw comes and covers it and she puts her head up and her eyes just turn white I'm like, what is this for? I know that they say she started tattooing weird, like, esoteric symbols on her body, and people were like, oh, they got her, Hollywood got her.
Jesus Christ.
That's not Hollywood. That's straight Lucifer.
Right.
She's having direct communication with Lucifer.
I know,
like,
I know.
They're face to face, one on one.
No, I'm sorry, but like the reason I brought it up, because we obviously talking about like, the whole Miguel thing, and then you brought up Doja Cat or whatever, is so essentially the post was, and it's funny that I'm actually seeing this now, but the post was, it was like a TikTok video, and there was like a, it was like a obviously a Christian guy, and he was just talking about how like, Christians should be a lot more careful what they listen to, what kind of music they listen to,
Sure.
and with like her like doing this like symbolic representation of whatever she's doing, and he was like, how much more do we need to see, kind of thing, like as Christians, like stay woke kind of thing, right? And the person who like stitched it was another Christian guy, and he was like, he grew up in Bible school and he knows like the whole Old Testament, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And his argument essentially was that what Doja Cat is doing is for clicks, and Lucifer is not referred to or looks like the image of what they're presenting in pop culture now, which is horns. Lucifer was like
Lucifer was beautiful, bro.
Lucifer was beautiful, but his point was that like Christians keep doing this whole like stay woke, like do this whole. It's like, bro, like this is not what Lucifer or the devil actually looks like, whatever. But from my perspective, right, I felt like he was strawmanning the whole argument, because what the initial person was saying is, it literally, first of all, if you look at the image of what Doja Cat posted, it literally says demons at the top. Like what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So like, why are you trying
distance, man?
Yeah, like it's a straw man fallacy, because you're trying to he's arguing something different, essentially. I'm just like, I understand where he's coming from. Yes, Lucifer does not look like that, and pop culture has made demons look a certain way, but what the initial person was talking about in that stitch, it still stands. Yeah. Right? When we're talking about religion, when we're talking about faith, when we're talking about Christianity, it still stands. So I just thought that was like an interesting conversation, because I'm just like, he's trying to make it seem like, oh, well, Lucifer doesn't look like this, so that means she's just, well, whatever Doja Cat's doing, she's doing it for clicks, and that's not what the devil actually looks like. But regardless of whether that's what the devil actually looks like or not.
Oh, the devil's involved.
I mean, that's just saying like the physical appearance of something has something to do with the spiritual implications. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily. Like something can be presented beautifully and be dark.
Something can be dark and be dark. Yeah. Did you get I don't understand this rubbish.
I was like, I don't know. Like, I get what you're saying, but
no, like it's just I don't even know what that would be. It's just, you don't want to see. You don't want to know.
Exactly.
Like you love Doja Cat and you're sad that she's been ripped away to wherever she's ripped away to.
I don't know, man. I was like, for me,
because you're just making excuses.
Exactly. Like the point still stands. Like objectively looking at this, you know what I'm saying? Like objectively looking at it, I was like, I understand what he's saying, right? In terms of the image or whatever, but
if you're being very literal,
if you're being very literal
person, not what not to play with. Why would you want to play? Why would you even want to play there?
Because see, the thing is the devil. What the devil has done when he was dropped down here. When he was dropped down here, he was the minority, and his mission on this earth was to become the majority. When you're a minority, you have to sneak around. At this point, he is the majority. He does not sneak around anymore. I don't know why Christians, or for example, these ones are trying to do as if this is another thing. Like your power is not strong enough to withstand the devil. By you saying, "Oh, do you know scripture?" The devil knows scripture as well. He was an angel. He was God's right hand guy. You think the devil doesn't know what you know? Brother, I don't understand, man. I don't understand, bro.
Just like looking at that thing right now was so crazy. Yo, there's no way.
The picture of her?
There's just no way, bro.
I haven't seen this.
What is that?
It's not the same with.
It literally says demons.
No, that's wild, bro.
What are we talking about? Like,
it's not the same.
What was that guy's argument? Honestly, I don't even know, bro.
Because what's happening now is that it's normalized because she's a celebrity, because she does all these things, because she has followers, and because she's perceived to be allowed to do anything. Therefore, her dressing away could be just perceived as click retention.
Press, yeah.
Brother, the fact that you're already thinking it's click retention is a problem. It's a big problem, bro.
He was saying, "Oh yeah, this," and then remember what Lil Nas X did a few months ago, or like a year ago, where he did the whole falling down from heaven, and then he's dancing on the devil.
I just don't understand why everybody is doing the same thing. Even Sam Smith at the was it at the Grammys?
Oh my goodness!
Everybody, it's like everybody can't be doing this same demon thing. It's not that exciting.
I mean, it is.
It's not that exciting. Like, why is everybody, what's his name?
Nas
X was getting jumped down by the devil.
Like twerking on the devil video. Or whatever, yeah.
See, when the devil gives you a contract, you'll be excited too.
Wow.
Nah, because even Easy Vert as well, doesn't he, his lyrics, aren't they extremely clear that I'm fighting for Lucifer? It was one concert where he's like, "You all ready to go to hell?" Everyone's like, "Yeah!" I said, "Yeah!" I said, "Yeah!" I think there was
lost. Finished. I think there was a video, or someone threw the Bible at him or something like that. Literally on stage. I forgot what he did. He did some crazy shit. He picked it up and said something like, "You guys are all going to hell with me." Some shit like that. That's
not supposed to. Everyone was celebrating. I'm telling you, the devil's the majority now. The devil's the majority now. His mission is coming to life.
I even saw something recently about like the whole idea of, and obviously this is within context of like actually going to concerts and like worshiping celebrities.
Yeah.
Like I said, within context of what we're talking about, and then you obviously have celebrities like him or like others who are actually like talking about these things openly at the concert.
Yeah.
Right? And it almost looks like this
energy harvest.
Like, this ritual almost.
But then remember what I said, like a lot of these artists that are doing very well, anyone that's doing very well in life, you've tapped into your God element. It's now, are you using it for Lucifer or are you using it for God?
All right, guys, before we get back to the show, we just want to ask you guys to subscribe, like, and share. We're on the way to 1K, and we'd appreciate if you guys did that for us. Let's get back to the show.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people, like, in the church, there are people that outside of church that are doing things, and you can see they're trying to push the word. They're trying to be a good God, essentially. And then there are those that have signed their contracts and they're performing elite levels of devilishness. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's one thing. It's one thing to say, "Oh, be woke," but it's just don't have an idol. Like when you have a celebrity that's doing very well, you just have to realize. Again, a lot of people forget that they're gods as well. Like we're all gods, godlike, right? We all have our own element to tap into. But because of our human laziness, we find pleasure when other people are doing it. So you're almost like living it through them.
Living vicariously through them.
Yeah.
You think that's because of laziness?
Well, it's because of Eve. Once Eve ate the apple, that was the first issue. Once we got kicked out, everything became hard.
Oh my God,
I think what he means
that went deep.
I didn't think he was going to say that either.
I did not think you were going to say that.
I think even when he says laziness is more of a broader term in terms of it's more so because of our fleshly mind.
Yeah, like
I think it's because of lack of awareness. There is people are not bred, especially in the West, to understand themselves as a spiritual entity having a human experience. Mm-hmm. So there's no reason to know that there's no reason to know what your actual capacity is beyond just being a human, or even while being a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're not taught like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but again, you're still naturally born, because when you're born into this, your nature becomes how you're now groomed, and when you're now harvested into an adult, that's now your natural state. You're naturally lazy. right? Again, our fleshly mind, we want what's comfortable. We want to be fine where we are.
I get where you're coming from, but I
think lazy and ignorance is two different things.
Yeah, but they can still work together to bring you down.
Yeah, for sure.
That's exactly what's happening. Because you're lazy.
Sorry.
Because you're lazy, you don't want to learn more. No?
Yeah. It's actually funny because we were talking about was it? Recently, I think we were talking about how, like, you know, even think about when you were a child and you were absorbing everything. Like, you were that naiveness. It's kind of funny you're talking about ignorance, but that naiveness of yours almost, you know, and that curiosity wanted you. How did you learn how to walk? How did you learn how to, you know, talk? How did you learn how to, I don't know, use the bathroom properly? You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanted to learn how to ride a bicycle. You were, you know, you were curious about all these things. Then you get to a certain age, and then all of a sudden you have this certain knowledge and awareness, and now you, for some reason, don't want to go past that, whatever that wall is.
Because the risks now are apparent to you.
I feel like there's nature and nurture. Like, we can't look at the cause and never look at the effect, or not also pay equal attention to the cause. We're bred like that. They teach you in society, well, we're speaking from the Western point of view, that you go to school, you do what the school tells you because they have your best interest. You graduate, you get your degree, you work, you have get kids, you have your kids. House. There's no room for spiritual evolution in that. There's no higher self. There's no nothing. So you're aspiring to the. I mean, I guess we're gonna call it the Matrix. We're aspiring to, you know what I mean, that programming, as opposed to understanding that we have an internal program. Like, everybody has their own internal GPS that they're supposed to be adhering to, which leads you, you know, to spirit, to God, to, you know, whatever you want to call it.
Your purpose, your higher self.
It leads you to all of that. But if you're always looking externally, you will never be able to hear that.
Powerful. That was a powerful statement, but that's facts though. And I don't think I disagree with that. I think we're just more so pulling the conversation apart. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I do agree that it is a cause and effect, right? At the end of the day, we are bred like that, and it's like you said, it's school, job, kids, house, die.
Like I guess I really push the cause and effect because I feel like there's so much dialogue happening just in, like, you know, you hear the chatter online about various subjects, the male female argument and all these things, and I just feel like if we're gonna talk about the problem, we have to talk about what created the problem. I don't find there's a lot of that.
Towards chicken and egg.
Essentially.
Okay, so what now created the problem?
The problem of what? Well, we're not going to talk about Eve, so. Because I wasn't there.
Word.
But neither was you.
Word.
No.
And I also feel like, I mean, hot take, but, I mean, maybe I shouldn't even say it, hot take, but I feel like there's certain things that I believe. There's certain interpretations of the Bible, I should say, that I feel like are convenient and reflect those in power at the time.
You mentioned that, actually.
So if I'm looking at society and I want to create a society that is patriarchal, I'm going to make from the origins.
You're going to blame the woman.
The woman, the enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even what you mentioned.
Because we know that the translation of these things are not necessarily accurate. You know what I mean? Not to say that you know what I mean?
Yeah, we get what you we got you, don't worry.
The beehive is not coming
Heathen!
No, we get what you're coming from.
I was listening to someone the other day and they were saying that a lot of the scriptures in the Bible was a lot of scriptures were chosen to be in the scripture.
Oh, I believe that for sure.
So hence why there are all these lost books. At first, when I was hearing about all these lost books, I'm like, yo, I don't be reading something before I know it. I'm there communicating with my guy to the left, you know. But then, like, obviously listening to a lot of different things to try and understand a little bit more, it's like when they're creating the Bible for the sake of it being shipped out to everyone now, and there being
The King James version.
exactly like all these things. It's like there was a group of men, and men being human, that sat down and said, "We want this in the Bible. We want this in the Bible. No, we don't want this." Who are you to tell me that what God spoke to this other person here is not relevant to be in this book?
Well, even if you go further, they talk about the fact that Christianity comes from the Book of the Dead. It actually is from ancient Kemet or Egypt, what we know as Egypt, and the fact that it's a reflection of that story.
Yeah.
But made into like a monogod instead of, what is the word, polytheistic.
These are big words.
So there's there's
only from one side or one person's point of view, essentially.
Well, no. There's a monogod instead of multiple. So in certain religions or in the Book of the Dead, there's like Thoth, there's Ma'at, there's different gods that represent different points of view of God. It's not supposed to be multiple gods, but it's different points of view. And then Christianity had condensed the story basically into one
to make
situation.
a one god. I don't not believe that. Just because
I'm not an expert. I don't know all the things, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, disclaimer: we're not experts. we're just observers. Like I don't not believe that just because God is all being. He can be anything that you need him to be, right? So I can understand why it could be all these things, but again, I also think that because it's taken from a point of view of man, you might only experience God through this lens, so you're going to only describe him through this lens.
Yeah.
So when they're talking about different gods, that's just different perceptions of God, right?
Yeah.
So
different facets, because it's hard to understand the vastness.
Yeah, exactly.
All that is and all that ever was.
Yeah.
It's like, what does that even mean unless you can contextualize it into different segments?
Yeah, when you're seeing a bush that just starts burning, rare.
Moses.
I can understand why you would think he's a god of fire, but yeah, there was another part where it was talking about and this blew my mind. It's talking about the fallen angels. I think this is where we lose some people. The fallen angels, and due to the nature of like the different sorts of people around, and when they were looking for God, they could only look to their idols, and those idols formed these other gods, right? And these other gods were these fallen angels who were trying to lead men astray, and that conversation fell into those now being other religions.
Those now being what?
Other religions. So in terms of like, if you actually look at the depiction of what angels actually look like, and you can see they're not the flowery,
Yeah.
you know, the wings. They look horrid. To us, they look horrid.
Where did that story come from?
What do you mean?
Like the story, the what you're saying right now. I've never heard that before. I'm just curious where.
Nor did I. It was just someone that was explaining the Bible, and there was two people just having a conversation about the Book of Enoch and why it's separated, and all these other things. So yeah, so it delved into these fallen angels leading men astray, and then into now these fallen angels have now created other religions. I felt a type of way, because I'm like, this now makes me have like a sense of judgment towards
other religions.
Yeah, because some of these gods are looking like fallen angels physically when I'm seeing some of these gods. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm just like, okay, cool. Is this where it now leads me into this track of like, I'm not interested to find out, okay, where did we now start having this war between religions? Because I feel like if I can find that beginning point, I can now really understand if these other religions are fake, or because I've always seen it as, you know what, I know my God, that's the one I'm going to serve. If he ends up being wrong, what can I do? I've also had a view of I'm serving God, even if they're serving God through a different means. It's the same God. It's just we just have different ways of serving Him. We meet each other at the same place. But now, I'm now tempted to think that these people are going to hell.
Damn.
See,
I think.
But yeah, what do you think about that?
I don't even know what I was about to say. But I was gonna be like, yeah, actually, I was gonna bring that up too about like how you feel about how we feel about like other religions, and like obviously there are religions that are actually very similar to Christianity in terms of like morality and like how you actually serve, but you know, it's like under a different text and under a different name, and they call them something different, but in terms of how you serve your God, it's very, very similar. Right, so I was just thinking, I that's one thing about me that I would not really question my faith, but I always ask myself in terms of like what about people that never knew my faith? What about the people that never had the chance to know my faith? You know, what happens to them? You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. Like, what happens to them, say, within my religion of Christianity, when Jesus comes back and the rapture happens and all of that stuff? What happens to the people that literally just like me, you know, it wasn't my, you know, like it wasn't my choice that I ended up, you know, being a Christian. Like I was raised in Christianity. But what about somebody that was born and raised in a different religion? You know what I'm saying? That's either slightly different or they actually is very different from my religion. Like what happens to those people that, you know, they were never or potentially exposed to Christianity? You know what I mean? Or they think now the same thing I'm thinking, that our religion is fake. You know what I mean? It's a very it's a very broad, you know, because it's definitely a thing.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. I think
are you saying like things about that?
Yeah.
Like, on one hand, my mom always used to say, "By your fruits you shall know them," and I was raised Christian, but I always had questions, and that basically what you're saying. You know, like what about the others? What about people that were raised? You know, because you might meet somebody that's Christian and they don't practice, they don't implement the spiritual teachings of what their religion teaches. And so to me, there's a difference between spirituality and religion. Religion is just a rule, you know, I mean, do you practice the tenets or don't you? You know, and there's people that you meet that are Muslim, Buddhist, whatever, that practice, they have a light about them, you know what I mean? So to me, I can't tell another person that you can see God reflected in people that don't hold your religion, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you look at these people and you look at the general meaning and the general like consensus of their religion, I suppose it is love at the end of the day. You know, going back to what my mom would say, by your fruits you shall know them. If that's like the principle, the underlying principle of your religion, how is that different than Christianity?
Yep.
So I just feel like that about it. It's just, I don't know. I don't feel like it's for the same way that we believe is the same way they believe. And I also think that religion is just a different interpretation of the same energy. So like you can see that I always compare it to music. There are people that understand music on an intrinsic level because they can hear it, and there are people that learn music because they're able to, they're taught the theory. They're able to like read the theory, read the notes. And I feel like religion is like that as well. There are people that have an inherent understanding of spiritual principle, and there are people that need it broken down.
Yeah.
And depending on your culture, depending on your region, it's going to be broken down differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different interpretations of music. There's Indian music, you know, Afrobeat, you know, we have RnB, we have all of these things, and it's all music, but it's in different interpretation of the same notes.
Yeah.
That's what religion is to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just how I feel about it. Because there's a lot of principles that are exactly the same.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get.
They're exactly the same. You know, I don't know all of the intricacies of every religion and all the things, but at the end of the day, the principles seem to overlap.
Yeah.
And even when you were talking about, you know, some of the gods or the deities looking like demons, it's like when you have like Shiva, for example.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the same god. There's Shiva, and then there's like, what's the other side?
Is it Shiva? I
There's
don't
the destroyer, and then there's the bringer of life.
know. Right. Okay. I don't know that deep. Yeah.
For example, in there's the destroyer, and then there's like two sides. There's one with like.
Let me Google it.
Yeah, so these are principles. They're not like actual. They're representations they're representations of energy, essentially.
There's Parvati and Shiva. Shiva is usually the right superior side of the body usually is male Shiva, and the left is female Parvati, apparently.
Mm-hmm. And read what it says about like what does it represent? Because to me, these are representations. They're not necessarily.
I get what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Like for example,
they look crazy because they're representing humanity. They're representing principles of duality.
I think even
they're not necessarily like demons. But I think we don't understand.
No, I wasn't saying they were demons. I was saying they're fallen angels. They're still angels.
Or like, you know, fallen angels are demons, no?
Not really.
No.
No,
okay.
They're not. Fallen angels were the angels that came down. Their offspring are all the demons.
What about Lucifer?
Lucifer's not a demon.
No, he's a fallen angel.
Yeah, but he was an angel. His CV says angel. He's just a bad angel. Like the demons are the offsprings. Does that make sense?
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm understanding that a fallen angel is a synonym for demon.
Okay, let's put it that way then. But what I'm saying is that essentially
I could be wrong.
Because what I'm saying is that these angels, because they're angels, they still have the same characteristics as an angel, a good angel would have. The only difference is that now their doings are evil. That's what I'm trying to say. What the proceeds that now come out of these angels, these fallen angels, are demonic when they're reproducing and they're catching other people, drawing them into their own clan. Then those are demons, right? Because there was a point where, before Noah's Ark, the reason God sent the flood was to kill off all the giants, which were the half humans, half angels. So those are the demons you need to be running away from, you know. But what was I even gonna say now? Even back to the depiction of a lot of these gods or these demons, I think it's because we are so normalized to what feels normal. Anything outside of that looks strange or bad.
Yeah, and Christians have a tendency to be like anything that is not familiar is demonic.
Exactly.
And that's not necessarily the case.
Because if you look at some of these, the way some of these angels look, I sent you they look scary.
Yeah, they do be looking scary.
But then what I've realized is that when God made Earth, He made everything on Earth, right? Even humans as well.
Don't they say angels are terrifying too, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you gonna let me land? What happened?
Sorry.
So when He made Earth, He made everything on Earth, right? Mm-hmm. Fish, us, plants, all of that. Those are probably, like, the angels are probably an amalgamation of some of these things. Because if you look at them, let's say what might be scary to you is that, this angel has how many eyes? Mm-hmm. Or is a walking eye. Mm-hmm. But that is something that we can associate ourselves with. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think God does anything that is like He has not shown us. It's just we now use. I don't know what the problem is. Again, I'm not a preacher. I don't know what the problem is, because when you're saying like the perception of a lot of these gods is not that they're evil. It's just how we have now tried to translate them to to ourselves, making this, for example, Christians making that look bad just because it looks.
From the Christian lens, it can appear because there's lack of understanding.
Yeah.
So if you're just looking at appearances and you see, one of the, I don't know which god this is, but there's an Indian god, I believe. I think it's a god that you see the head cut off and it's holding it on one hand.
Yeah.
There's one with multiple arms. Like in Christianity, in Christian world, that's, this is demonic. But do we understand the what that represents? Is that a god or is that a representation of a principle? We don't even know.
Yeah, what?
We might not even know what I'm saying before casting opinions and judgment.
So what about star signs?
Don't do this.
Let's get into the horoscopes. You know what I'm saying?
I need to ask.
Don't do this. When I was in church one time and they were talking, my pastor Mark, at the time when I used to go to Church of the Rock, and he was talking about the Star of Bethlehem and the Three Kings when Jesus was born, and talking about the fact that was an astrological phenomenon that denoted there was a king that was being born, and that's how they knew where to go. That's how where the three wise men knew where to go, and I just thought that was interesting.
Stars,
that there are many instances of astrology in the Bible. That's all. I'll leave it.
I think the problem only lies again where you're idolizing these things. So, for example, God gave you stars. He didn't give you stars to worship. So
for sure. Yeah.
There are girls that, let's not make it gender specific.
Okay, let's get into it. No, let's get into it. Fine. Let's get into it. I'm gonna defend the astrology.
Oh yeah.
The astrology domain.
There are people that are literally using these signs as their
to dictate their lives.
And my life too. Do you get what I'm saying? But the essence of them is literally, again, just like a guidance. That's why, like, anytime, like, me and Shorty talk about it, I'm like, look, if a girl is to tell me she believes in star signs, the first thing I'm asking is, tell me more. If you start talking about how I'm this way because of this, you're lost.
It's not true.
Because remember, the first conversation we had, when I asked you, tell me more, you explained a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. You didn't just say, because you're stubborn, you're this. Do you get what I'm saying?
This nigga's a Taurus.
So he is stubborn.
So is everyone here. I
don't think that's how it works, though.
Huh?
You can't just generalize and say everyone's stubborn.
You can't just generalize that all Tauruses are stubborn.
Yeah, you're right, but then your argument is also countered, is my point.
There's stubborn, and then there's like you.
That's crazy. So what am I then?
Stubborn as fuck.
Amongst other Taurus men.
You're not moving.
Amongst other Tauruses I know. I'm so movable.
If it is what it is, like if you really believe it,
bro, facts.
You can't tell you nothing.
Yeah, that's facts. If you
what am I telling you?
I'm way more fluid than you. Are we really doing this right now?
I don't know you, but your energy seems like you're more,
Yeah.
You've been diplomatic this whole time.
I'm way less stuck.
I'm not diplomatic.
You're diplomatic.
Exactly.
Just because you have one quality doesn't mean you don't have another.
So now when I tell you you're stubborn, you're telling me you're not stubborn.
I'm not saying that he's not stubborn. I'm saying that his energy seems, and again, I put the disclaimer out that I don't know the man. But his energy does seem diplomatic. Like he's more willing to like.
So what does my energy now give you?
Look at him.
It's already coming out.
He'll never let this go.
Yeah, I know. This is part of the point.
Anytime this comes up, I need to understand because you're saying that his energy gives diplomatic. What does my energy now give?
Not diplomatic.
No, you can be diplomatic, but you're also more or less said what I said, and I'm not moving.
Yeah, but then what about other signs that do that too? Are we now gonna say, because it's from a different house? Is that what we're gonna do now?
Okay, this is the thing.
That's what I need to understand.
Astrology is like is popular right now, and I totally understand from the pop culture point of view. how it looks to be frivolous when people are like, oh my God, I have no accountability because I'm a Taurus. I have no accountability because, I get it, but it's an actual science. It's like, it's an actual science that basically is a measurement of the energetics of the earth.
Yeah.
So if we have a moon and there's no tides without the moon, that's a huge, a lot of the world is covered in water. We're 70% water or something like that? You know what I mean? So if, we all know, people start acting weird around the moon, around a full moon and things like that. If we know that a celestial body can have that much impact on the world, why do we think, or why have we not considered that, what the other celestial bodies' energetic impact is? Yeah. Astrology is just a study of what the energetic astrology is just a study of the celestial impact on Earth energetically.
Now you see, when you're saying that's why I'm like, I can say cool. Yeah. Astrology is a part of your tools you use to live life.
It's essentially it's a blueprint kind of. Everybody has a blueprint. There's a certain energetic impression that is imprinted on all of life. Even like when you have the Dogon tribes or that understand astrology and have made certain predictions, or the fact that like the pyramids are aligned to like the center of the earth and certain astrological constellations and things like that. It's like ancient cultures have observed astrology. And I'm saying this, I've been studying, I know it's popular right now, but I've been studying this since I was like 18. Okay, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. When I first got into it, I thought it was just star signs. People know when they're born, and they know they're Taurus, they know they're whatever, Cancer, they know they're whatever, Leo. But it is a detailed science. It's just heavily trivialized. It's just heavily trivialized. So I get it when people are dismissive of it. I do understand. I'm never dismissive of it. No. I mean, it's easy to be like. It's easy to say that people are crazy because most people don't. Most people a lot of people that are into astrology, especially now, they're into the pop culture side of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where it's like, this is the crazy.
Oh, you're a Libra? I can never.
Yes. Not understanding that you encompass every sign.
I've been in a situation where I said I'm a Leo, and they've told me, oh, that's why the way you are. I said, what?
Well, Leos are stubborn as fuck too, so that's. I was joking.
You're like,
I said what?
These people are crazy because I'm not even a Leo.
Because me, I was hoping by God's grace
she would figure out that you're not a Leo. You know what I'm saying? If she knew what she was talking about,
I was hoping.
You're like,
When you asked me, I feel the first time I said that you were Venusian.
That one caught me off guard.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that. This is my first time.
And I was right.
Yeah, well, I mean, you explained it off to us, but that one caught me off guard because I was only prepared for the known.
Yeah.
That's why I listened to you. Other than that, I wouldn't have listened to you. I would say, oh, nice to meet you. And then I walked away.
You thought it was crazy. It's fine.
No, you explain yourself.
So what's your sign?
Explain yourself.
Leo?
No. Absolutely not. I'm just joking.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I'm a Pisces.
Oh.
Fish people.
What?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, so you're actually into it.
Taurus moon, Virgo.
She told you she's learned this shit, bro. Thought she was lying.
Do you know what time you were born? Are we going to do that?
Absolutely not.
You don't do it?
No, I don't know what time I was born. I have no idea.
Try.
I don't know if my Reds know that. I'll ask them though. I don't know what time I was born.
This is not the place to discuss it before someone takes your energy and starts doing juju on your name.
Nah. All you must know. You can't be affected by those things unless you give your permission to it.
Yeah? Covered by the blood. Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Words.
Can't live in fear.
Power.
Do you have any sticky situations?
Sticky situations?
Let's ask Keisha some sticky situations.
Oh no.
So there's dilemmas. Have you read all of them out?
Yeah, I think we read all.
I feel like this is an ambush.
No, it's not. It's for all of us to answer.
Oh.
This is just a question, but what slow jams remind you of your ex? That must have been you, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Slow jams remind me of my
Of course, it's a Brent Fire song. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but it is, bro. I'm sorry, but it is. It is.
What's the song now?
It's called Bad Luck.
Bad Luck.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, by Brent Fires. Yeah, that's the song.
Slow jams that remind me of my ex.
So I guess acting like, why are you trying to like act and ponder like you didn't ask the
because
question?
I don't think I have anything associated with that girl in terms of like music.
In terms of nothing?
That's I
No
don't
reference?
think. I'm trying to think.
Nothing that reminds you of references?
Let me check my playlist, bro.
For me, it was the song. The album came at a specific time.
Yeah.
The song came at a specific time, and the song itself was what I was going through at that time.
Try
So it was like 1, 2, 3. I was like, whoa.
mess up.
Yeah. So even now when I hear it, it's just like,
It sends you back straight.
yeah. It sends me back to that time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's that song that I play for you, her.
Yeah.
The HER. Yeah, I'll probably say that reminds me.
Yeah, we knew who you were talking about.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
The artist, her?
Exactly, you don't know what I'm talking about. Imagine, see this girl. No, the song is
No,
called.
the song itself, yeah.
The song is. I think his name is Isaac. So I'll play it for you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the artist. My bad.
No,
She's
but
dope.
the funny thing is,
She is.
the reason
We never even talked about her.
Her?
Super dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the reason why it's strange is because it's completely different to my experience.
What song is this? Let me.
I'll play it for you.
A man who findeth the wife finds a good thing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very far from my
I can't even
experience.
say I'm
so-
surprised.
Yeah. But then I think that has a lot to do with has a lot to do with me than the person. But yeah. That's mine.
I would say both of them are Jasmine Sullivan. I have two.
No, bust your windows.
No. Come on. Damn. That's what you think of me? I'm busted. Last one. And Pick Up Your Feelings.
Oh, swear. He did you that bad?
No, but it's kind of like, you know, last one for me is my accountability, and Pick Up Your Feelings is kind of like one.
That was a girl. Forget this guy.
Do you know last one?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Guess I'm playing mine too. You know what I'm saying?
This song is.
Sorry, these songs are too powerful. Mine's not this. You know what I'm saying? Mine's just a little 1, 2. You feel me?
Okay. So if we're
very
being
crazy.
real specific, the pre-chorus and the chorus, okay? Because I don't know about all that other stuff. Okay, this one.
Uncle wants to come and give us toxic shit. Fuck this bitch.
When has Brent Fires ever said that?
Before we start this, what is your sign?
What do you think it is?
I was about to ask her.
Based on not just him, based on me as well.
I can't do that. I don't know.
She knows you.
She knows your sign, though, right?
No, she knows my sign.
Yeah. What do you mean based off
And
of
I
you as
guessed
well?
it accurately.
Okay. Remember where we met. I remember the
You
situation
give me
we
water
met.
sign vibes.
Was that right?
The situation that you met. What'd you say?
Yeah.
The situation that we met and the environment of this topic. Can you remember it?
Yeah.
So based on that, can you not guess his type? His
What
this
is
thing?
it?
No?
You're speaking.
I was
to me
very
like
vague, I know.
riddles. What?
I'm a riddler, you know.
He really is, bro. He likes talking in parables.
Like, what are you saying?
Guess his sign now. Then
Oh gosh, I was trying to, and
understand.
you're sitting here, Riddler.
Relax.
She was getting into the zone, you feel me?
Yeah.
It's on the right track. She was right about the water sign shit.
Yeah, you give me water sign vibes because you seem like you're like
diplomatic.
I don't know. I honestly would have thought you were a Pisces or a Cancer.
Wow.
You're right.
You're a Pisces?
No, I'm a Cancer. But how? Like, how did you get to that conclusion? Just out of curiosity, like, what inkling did you have?
You just seem like well, honestly, I feel like you're like,
You flow.
I don't know, man. There's certain things I can't talk about on this podcast.
You just feel things, you know.
I just be feeling. I just be
energies.
feeling.
You know what I'm saying?
I just be feeling vibes, but it's like you remind me of me, even though you don't at all. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's giving water sign vibes.
Child.
Gotcha. Oh, you're right.
What a shit.
Kind of crazy.
When you're like, it's kind of calm, and then in order to deal with this one over here, you must be. Just kidding.
So, what about Leo's? Leo's not compatible with me?
He's a Cancer moon or a Cancer rising. I can't remember which one.
Does that
I don't
help?
think I have your thing anymore. All my shit got deleted.
I'm gonna bleep that. I don't need any.
Yeah, delete it. Hold on. I'll look
Any
it up.
fallen soldiers trying to carry my charm.
Look out.
You know, crazy.
No, I don't have you anymore. Okay, let me hundreds of charts deleted. I told you this, right?
No. She collects charts for a living, bro.
Really?
For 10 years. I had 10 years worth of charts.
She collects
like other people?
souls.
For 10 fucking years, and it's spontaneously deleted.
She collects
Heartbreak.
souls, bro.
It's not souls. Stop
I'm
this.
telling you. She collects souls.
When's your birthday?
His or mine?
Well, you don't know your birth time, so it
No,
doesn't
no,
matter.
no, my birthday.
April.
Oh, mine
Let
30th.
me see if my rent's known. Let me ask him. Just out of curiosity.
April 30th. As close as possible to your actual birth time. Like, if
Okay.
they don't know the exact time, like, don't be like to the minute if they can.
Okay.
AM, you said?
Mm.
Damn. You know what time you're born? You want to do yours too? What are you, Quiet Ting?
Yeah, she's picking up the energy already. You know what I'm saying?
And where are you born? Puerto Harcourt?
Yeah.
Harcourt,
Nigeria. The
Nigeria.
Garden
Me too.
City.
You were
Huh?
born there?
I was, yeah.
In Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh,
Me
you
and my
don't know
brother.
this. You see, look at astrology doing
What
it.
happened? What's going on?
Bringing
here?
folks closer
Okay.
together.
So the three wise men, we look at each other.
All this time and you don't even know? You're from
No,
the same place?
no, I remember. This is just now.
Stop
I'm
this.
recalling, bro.
Harcourt, Nigeria.
Recalling.
Yep.
Oh, you're
My brother too.
Oh, damn. You're a Taurus rising and a Taurus sun?
I'm fashionable, yeah.
I'm gonna act like I know what that means.
You're a Cancer moon. So you guys are very harmonious.